Rotopax locks. People love to hate these. Without it, someone just steals all your stuff. But they like to get corroded. There's entire videos made on how to drill them out when they get stuck in place. This will be a shorter video on how to prevent that from happening in the first place. It's really not that difficult. By the way, I'm Jason from Ridgeline Overlanding. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Let's check out how to make these Rotopax locks last longer, work better, and be pretty much fail-proof. All right. So as you can see, I bought this in pretty darn good condition yesterday, used on Facebook Marketplace. And the nut is already pretty corroded, and there's definitely some corrosion inside of there. So what we're gonna do is exactly what I did to my other one. We're gonna just clean this thing out a little bit. We're gonna grease it up with some waterproof bike grease. Then we're gonna put it back together. And you know what? It's gonna work like a charm for at least 3 to 6 months. And that's all that matters. Why? Because you should be rotating your fuel or water out of your Rotopax at least every 3-4 months to keep it fresh. So at that point, you just look at the cylinder again, make sure that it's good. If the grease is still on there and it's not all gummy or rusty, then use it again. If not, wipe it off and put some new stuff on. So let's get started. First, we're gonna hit it with some brake cleaner. Loosen up any corrosion there, grab ourselves a wire brush. I don't wanna stab myself in the fingers with these bristles. We're gonna get it nice and clean. Get all the surface corrosion off of there. Let it soak for a sec. And then we're gonna follow up with some silicone lubricant. Once this is dried or reasonably dried up, then we're just gonna hit it with some waterproof bike grease. Put it back together, and then we will be good to go. The other thing, for those that aren't familiar with the channel, I live in the Pacific Northwest, or an hour east of Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And those familiar with our climes know that they are rather moist. And moisture is not the friend. Got some grease on this side, and more on this side for good measure. We'll cover that bolt. Smear some on the nut. How do I know this will work? Well, because that's not my first rodeo. And I've been lubing the other one for, well, over a year now, and so far so good. So ain't no reason why it shouldn't work for this bad boy. Just tighten her back down. Add a little more over the top, and we will be good. Then we'll go install it. It's really, it's an extra step you shouldn't have to make, but on the other hand, it's a lock cylinder being exposed to the elements. Do we really expect such things to stay completely corrosion-free? Brake cleaner, silicone lube, waterproof bike grease. Bob's your uncle. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll get this thing installed, and we'll take care of it again in another 3-4 months. So if you like what you see, make sure you subscribe and check out our other videos, lots of adventure videos. Me taking the Ridgeline out with my Jeep buddies, and sometimes by myself, with the dogs, without the dogs. Camping, not camping, you name it, day trips, all kinds of things. Truck talks, reviews, blah, 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 blah. Like, subscribe, all that YouTube-y kind of stuff. So until next time, and there will be a next time, go play outside. Well, there you go. How difficult was that? Thanks for tuning in. Still here? Cool. Be sure to check out our video on my custom install of these very Rotopax cans, how to do it, and maybe you can use some of those ideas to adapt it to your rig. All right, take care.